The Hellcorder. It's been a while, and there is a reason for that, and it's called procrastination. Now, of course, all of you, and myself included, really would like to see this play something more than just a note here and there. But there are two issues with that. One being copyright strikes. Although one might argue that any music played on the Hellcorder is going to be mangled to such a degree that nothing picks up on it. But then there's the second reason. I can't be bothered learning all those songs. I'm not a musician. I haven't played actively for 15 plus years. And saying actively, that's an overstatement. My ADHD brain isn't wired to sit down and learn entire songs, yet alone just some intros and mash them together to a cavalcade or a mix, or what's it called? What's the name? Yeah, can't even think of the name. So yeah, that got me thinking, of course, should I make a separate Hellcorder song, but that requires even more sitting down and thinking. But rest assured, I am thinking about it. So, in the meantime, it's going to be a poor substitute, but we're going to slap some light in it. Because I have some red LED strips that's going to make it look even sicker. So yeah, let's build. Just need a backing board for this. I need to raise it a bit above the bottom plate here. So it needs to be longer than this. And it needs to be 20 millimeter up. Nice. And then, of course, behind the letters here, I got myself some opaque acrylic glass. So I'm going to cut that as well. Now, I did think about just cover the letters, but I'm going to see if I can't cover the entire thing. I don't think it's long enough, but I can make 2 strips and I can actually hide the seam perfectly here. So that's nice. So yeah, it's gonna be a quick one-day build, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to bring this one inside and fiddle around with CAD a bit. And then be back in a jiffy. Nice. So, the question is, does this work? That's good enough, isn't it? Yes. It's good enough. So, got these ones. I'm just going to... Yes. That's good enough, isn't it? And then I need something to keep them together here. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Not a huge fan, but I think hot glue is the solution here. Yeah. And of course this is just for connecting another one in serial, so I'll just tie this one up. But the plan is to connect it here. And of course I'm guessing it's going to be more 12-volt equipment here at some point, so I need a bus bar to connect a lot of equipment. But in the meantime I'm just going to connect this one like so, because that's the simplest solution ever. And I think, well, this should be more than enough. Crap. Yep, these are too small. So I actually have to solder a bigger wire on those. Oh, that's annoying. Of course, then I know it's going to be just as annoying on the other ones. So, just going to fix that straight away. Ta-da! Alright, so this is the second one. And it's a little bit too long, but I think these are going to change a lot. So I made this plate, and as you can see I made these notches so I actually can twist the corners around. But I'm just going to go ahead and mount it so you'll see. Now it's very nice. It's actually showing what is the center here. So we're going to do like this, and then I'm going to twist that around below there and up again like this. Now, of course it should have stopped somewhere here, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be on the back side, so it doesn't need to be pretty. So, like so. Then we're going to flip it around. I'm going to flip that one around. Of course, I'm not a fan of hot glue, as I've said before, but it is quick and dirty. It doesn't have always the longevity that I want, but my gut feeling says that this is going to change a lot of times in the future, and this should be enough. Then the question is, how long wires do we need? On the top one, we just need some short connectors. That should be enough. On the backing plate, you need a probably way too much, but then again, if you take too little, it's a pain in the ass having to do it all over again. So yeah. It's due for a tidying up, but not tonight. Now, of course you don't have to, but a trick of the trade is, if you know these ends are going into a connector block, you can just as well put some solder on them, because that solder is relatively soft, so it will give you a good tension and a tight fit in a connector block, instead of these loose strands which will just float around and get squished out of the clamp. So there, that's one. And I'm gonna put the heat shrink on that later. Ta-da! That's one. Right, in theory that is now hooked on, and of course we'll do some cable management here with some zip ties. But first of all, we are gonna mount this one. Good enough. Alright, that's one. See. Yep, that's one. Brilliant. Question is, that one should fit in there, so it could actually be even shorter. Alright, don't make it too short. Alright, so in theory, we should just connect that to the 12 volts. The question is how easy it's that to get a screwdriver in. Yeah. Let's see then. Oh, what's that? Is that one? Ooh. We got... Yes! Haha! We got spare ports. Even better. Alright, so the positive is... Oh, this is almost too good to be true. So in theory, this one should go in here. Come on, come on. Alright, it is a bit tight. But that's good. Of course, when I'm pleased with it, this is gonna be secured with screws. But, of course, this plate and this plate could have been one plate. So, in a future iteration, I'm going to combine them, move them up here, maybe even close off this entire enclosure. Also make it like a door you can open so you get easy access to working in there. But that's what you get for designing as you go. So yeah. See if we can't find a power cord somewhere. Alright. We have power. Now the big question is, do we have lights? Now, of course, it's just one way to find out. That is to switch it on. I don't remember which switch it was. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's turn off the lights then. Oh, yeah. That's diabolical. Oh, it's... Ooh. It even shines on the top. Oh. Alright. Of course, I would have wanted it down here as well. Alright, I'm going to turn on the lights. Of course, I would have wanted it down here, but as of now, the wind chest is tight. But what I could do is I could make an acrylic glass front for it. Yeah, I'm going to put that on the list for later. But yeah, this is awesome. It's like a decorative lamp. So we have lights. Oh, this is stupidly good. But I got some more news. And that is this huge open space. Now, those of you who have followed along for a while, you know that I want to put a mechanical bellows system in here just to get rid of that air hose and air blower. Now, what I'm thinking is I want 2 or 3 bellows that work out of sync to just even out the fluctuation in the airflow, and that means a lot of parts. A lot of parts that doesn't exist. So yeah, the news is I just ordered a 3D printer. Now they say you shouldn't buy tools unless you need them, and now I need it. So yeah, that's the news, I guess. We're kicking off 3.0. And of course, in parallel, we're going to tune the playability, but yeah, this is happening. So on that news, I'll say goodnight and see you on the next one.